The idea of getting together as a tech editors meet has primarily been through our past experience of almost 4-5 years. We kept dealing with media, we kept interacting, we kept pitching in for stories, and I said, I think we all should get together and relook at our strategies, relook at how we write our stories. Let's revisit our content. Let's hear from our experts what kind of content really influences them. And the underlying aspect we all felt was definitely for a B2B media versus a mainstream media versus a blog versus a social media versus a language media. I think the element that we want to drive as corporate communications or marketing professionals today have to have a match there. And it comes in with a lot of experience on driving content.
On this note, Mrs. Rachana Chaudhary, founder-director of MediaValueWorks, inaugurated the Tech Editors Meet, held on June 26, 2015. It is no secret that the means through which stories are communicated to an audience is changing. Clubbed under the broad umbrella of new media, social networks, blogs, online newspapers, etc. have placed traditional channels of communication in a state of flux. In this brave new world of media, a dialogue between corporate and media professionals is integral to developing compelling content to influence brand value.
Can I request the speakers to please come once?
The speakers of the session included seasoned journalists and representatives across various corporate sectors. First up was Mr. Rishikesh Joshi, Principal Correspondent of the Business Standard, to speak about evolving business-centric news stories.
If you review the newspapers these days, the allocated space to the technology has increased a lot, especially in the last 10 years. Earlier, it was monopoly of very few newspapers. Now even the vernacular media or the regional language papers have dedicated page for technology. I guess that is a revolution. Once upon a time,
adding further to the dialogue of increased coverage of technology by vernacular media was Abhijit Murliye, a senior language media journalist.
Covering politics in regional media is more lucrative. Lucrative from the point of view of getting the number of readers or getting the kind of connect.
While the target audience for vernacular media covers a wide range of demography, technology coverage from a business perspective is just as vital. Mr. Zia Askari, editor of Channel Drive, was present to discuss broadening the B2B horizon.
Because we are reaching out to a select audience, we have to be very careful in terms of writing the content so as to what they are looking for, for instance, what the CTO is looking for, what the CIO of an organization is looking for, what a CXO is looking for.
Shifting focus to how stories are delivered through different mediums, Nikhil Kashyap, former technology reporter for BizInfotech, spoke about how video and other narrative formats can be best utilized in online media.
The internet as a platform has now made it possible to combine different storytelling mediums to deliver a narrative in a way that individually these mediums could never do. It is now possible to capture a story which has literary and visual components and combine them in a very elegant fashion.
The final speaker for the day was Mr. Arun Prabhudesai, discussing the transformation of blogs and the roadmap to successfully utilizing blogs in corporate communication.
What is the biggest, most fundamental thing about blog?
Compelling content.
Absolutely. There can be nothing else. It's compelling content. The fundamentals of blogs over the years, whether it's 10 years back, whether it is 20 years back, or whether it is now, it remains.
change is the only constant which is applicable to technology itself. So, and in this era, we have loads of information, flooded with information, how to utilize it, how to generate content. All is very important, and I guess such meetings are really important to update ourselves, to update the society as well. So again, congratulations and thank you very much for conducting this session.
Thank you, Rishikesh. That's a pleasure. So.